4, 3, 2, 1.
Cue music.
This is Movies First with Alex First.
The collective is stronger than the individual. That simple premise underpins the sequel to the successful film The Croods, which was released in 2013. The story picks up when young Guy, the voice of Reynolds, is left to fend for himself. His loved one's last words to him are to go off and find his tomorrow. Convinced it's a place, he travels far and wide for a long, long time. Along the way, he falls for cave girl Eep, the voice of Emma Stone, and is introduced to her family. While the rest of the clan is keen on him, Dad Grug, the voice of Nicolas, isn't sold as quickly, although gradually even he warms to Guy. So much so that they collectively search for tomorrow, sleeping as a pack, all rolled together on top of and entwined in one another. They chance upon a fertile walled farm, where Guy comes face to face with old family friends, the Bettermans, who have a daughter, Dawn, the voice of Kelly Marie Tran, who's the same age as Guy. The Bettermans' practices are more sophisticated, as distinct from rudimentary. They're a couple of steps above the Croods on the evolutionary ladder, and that's when everything changes. The Croods are used to hunting for their food. The Bettermans are surrounded by a veritable cornucopia of delicious treats, which are readily at their disposal. In short, their farm presents as a Garden of Eden. Daddy Betterman Phil's only rule is not to eat the abundance of bananas. Phil is played by the voice of Peter Dinklage. Why becomes clear later in the film and leads to more than a few hairy moments. And then there's the issue of the Bettermans wanting to pair up their daughter with Guy, sidelining Eep in the process. That leads to more trouble in paradise.
You're listening to Movies First. For more, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Fun, colourful and kooky, The Croods is a kid's charmer. In fact, it becomes more and more off the wall as it progresses. The richness of the animation, akin to a multicoloured lollipop, makes it a big winner. Bouncy popular songs give it even more fizz, and it never takes itself too seriously, with good humour being the driving force. The characters have distinct, relatable characteristics and are voiced by some of the biggest names in the movie business. I particularly appreciated the way the father and daughter were drawn. It matters not whether you saw the original, for this is a standalone story. The filmmakers, first-time feature film director Joel Crawford and a team of 4 writers who differ from those involved in the first instalment, have done a fine job playing to their target audience. The movie also features the voices of Catherine Keener as Grug's wife Ugga, Cloris Leachman as Gran, and Leslie Mann as Phil Betterman's wife Hope. It scores a 7 out of 10.
You've been listening to Movies First with Alex First.
Available at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.